Poor leg circulation, 30-second test plus 3 fast fix exercises. Before we embark on any new health regimen today, let's begin with a brief, insightful self-assessment. In approximately 30 seconds, you'll gain a clear understanding of the current state of blood circulation within your legs. This is a test that requires no special equipment and no need to even stand up. It relies solely on your honest observations and answers. You will commence with a perfect score of 5 points. My role is to describe 5 distinct symptoms. For each symptom that resonates with your experience, you will deduct 1 point from your starting total. Are you ready to begin this simple yet revealing evaluation? The first symptom to consider is whether your feet or toes consistently feel cold, even when the ambient temperature of the room is comfortably warm. If this is a sensation you regularly experience, subtract 1 point. The sensation of cold feet is a direct indicator that your blood is encountering difficulty in completing its full journey, struggling to reach the extremities with adequate warmth and oxygen. Moving on to the second symptom. By the conclusion of a typical day, do your legs feel noticeably heavy or fatigued? This refers to a feeling of tiredness that arises not from strenuous physical activity like a long walk, but rather from the usual routines of sitting and engaging in light, everyday tasks. If your legs feel this persistent heaviness, deduct another point. This feeling is often a consequence of blood and other fluids pooling in your lower legs because the return flow of circulation back towards the heart has become sluggish. Our third indicator relates to visible swelling. Do you observe any puffiness or enlargement around your ankles, particularly in the evening? Perhaps your socks leave distinct indentations on your skin, or your shoes feel noticeably tighter at the end of the day compared to how they felt in the morning. If you notice this evening swelling, please subtract another point. For the fourth symptom, let's consider leg cramps. Do you find yourself experiencing them, especially during the night? These can manifest as painful spasms, often in the calf muscles, that can abruptly jolt you awake from your sleep. If leg cramps are a recurring issue for you, deduct your fourth point. Such cramps typically occur when muscles are deprived of sufficient oxygen, and oxygen's delivery system is, of course, your bloodstream. Finally, for the fifth and final symptom, have you noticed the appearance of spider veins or varicose veins in your legs that were not present just a few years ago? These are visible signs of altered blood flow and pressure within the veins. If you have observed the development of such veins, subtract your final point. Now, tally your score. If you achieved a perfect 5 points, your leg circulation is commendably strong, and the exercises we will cover today are designed to help you maintain this excellent state. If your score falls between 3 and 4 points, your body is sending you early warning signals, and this is precisely the optimal moment to take proactive steps to improve your circulation. For those who scored 2 points or lower, it is essential to pay very close attention to the information and exercises I am about to share. However, please do not feel discouraged by a lower score. Instead, feel genuinely excited. The lower your initial score, the more profound and noticeable your improvements are likely to be. I highly recommend saving this video, and I want you to commit to performing the exercises I will demonstrate every single day for a period of 2 weeks. Afterward, return to this video and retake this assessment. I am very confident that you will see your score increase. To help you track your progress effectively, please pause the video right now and write your current score in the comments section below. This action will serve as a concrete reminder of your exact day 1 number. When you return in a few weeks to reevaluate, you will be able to compare your initial score with your improved one, clearly seeing the positive impact of your consistent exercise routine. Today's program is focused on 3 specific seated exercises. These movements are designed to transform your leg muscles into highly efficient blood pumps, propelling circulation throughout your lower extremities. The remarkable aspect of these exercises is that you can perform all 3 comfortably from your armchair, at your kitchen table, or even while enjoying your favorite television program. The entire routine will take less than 10 minutes to complete. We will be counting down our exercises, starting with number 3 and moving towards number 1. Notably, exercise number 1 utilizes a principle that cardiologists refer to as the second heart, a crucial element in maintaining healthy circulation. Following these exercises, I will present 3 additional bonus boosters designed to further enhance your circulation. These bonuses include the introduction of a specific food that acts as a natural blood thinner and the identification of a common evening habit that surprisingly, secretly compromises the health of your veins. Let's get that blood moving with purpose and intention. To truly understand the effectiveness of the exercises, a brief dive into the science behind leg circulation, lasting about 60 seconds, is beneficial. Your heart, with its powerful pumping action, efficiently sends blood down to your legs. The real challenge, however, lies in returning that blood back up against the force of gravity. To facilitate this upward flow, your leg veins are equipped with a system of tiny, one-way valves. These valves are designed to prevent blood from flowing backward. As we age, these valves can naturally weaken. When this happens, blood can begin to pool in the lower legs, leading to the symptoms of swelling, heaviness, and the visible appearance of veins that we discussed earlier. The critical principle to understand here is that the primary force responsible for pushing blood upward through these valves is the contraction of your leg muscles. Each time a leg muscle contracts, it effectively squeezes the veins running through it, thereby propelling the blood further up towards your heart. When you remain sedentary and your leg muscles are inactive, this vital pump ceases to function, allowing blood to stagnate and circulation to decline. The 3 exercises we are about to practice are specifically designed to reactivate this essential muscle pump without requiring you to stand. Let's begin with exercise number 3, the seated march. Find a sturdy chair and ensure your feet are flat on the floor with your back held tall and upright. The movement is simple. Gently lift your right knee a few inches off the seat, then carefully place it back down. Next, perform the same motion with your left knee, lifting it and then lowering it. You are essentially marching in place while seated. 2 key details are paramount to maximizing the effectiveness of this exercise. Firstly, when you lift your knee, do so with deliberate intention. Avoid simply swinging your leg. Instead, focus on actively contracting your thigh muscle. You should feel a distinct tightening in the front of your upper leg with each lift. Secondly, place your foot back down slowly and silently. If your foot is making a slapping sound on the floor, it indicates you are moving too quickly. A quiet, controlled descent ensures that your muscles continue to work to control the movement, even as you lower your leg. The ideal pace should be steady and rhythmic, akin to the consistent ticking of a clock, with approximately 1 lift per second. There is no need to rush. Circulation responds most favorably to slow, rhythmic movements. Aim to perform this exercise for a total of 60 seconds, which translates to roughly 30 lifts for each leg. By the end of this minute, you should begin to feel a gentle warmth spreading through your thighs. This sensation of warmth is a positive sign, indicating that fresh, oxygenated blood is successfully reaching your leg muscles. A common mistake to avoid is leaning back and using the momentum of your body to swing your legs upwards. This significantly reduces the effectiveness of the exercise. Maintain an upright posture and allow your hip flexors and quadriceps to do the work. Before we transition to exercise number 2, I need to share a piece of information that was quite striking when I first encountered the research. Scientists conducted studies measuring blood flow velocity in the main vein located behind the knee during periods of prolonged sitting. The findings were remarkable. After just 30 minutes of sitting still, blood flow velocity in this crucial vein dropped measurably. After 60 minutes, this decline could reach as much as 50%, half of the normal flow rate. This occurred even in healthy adults, not individuals already experiencing vein issues. Take a moment to consider this. If you sit for an hour without moving your legs, the blood in your lower extremities is essentially moving at a crawl. This sluggish environment is precisely the kind of condition that can contribute to the formation of blood clots. This is why airlines advise passengers to move their feet during long flights, and why hospitals prioritize getting patients mobile as soon as it is safely possible after surgery. However, here's the motivating aspect of this research. The same study revealed that a mere 20 seconds of calf muscle activation was sufficient to restore blood flow to nearly its optimal level. 20 seconds is an incredibly short amount of time, less time than it takes to pour a glass of water. The next 2 exercises I will guide you through are specifically designed to target this mechanism, activating the muscles that medical professionals consider to be the most vital pump in your entire lower body. Let's continue to build upon this momentum. Now, let's move on to exercise number 2, the seated leg extension with toe point. This exercise offers a dual benefit, engaging both your thigh muscles and your calf muscles within a single fluid movement. Begin in the same seated position, with your feet resting flat on the floor. Slowly extend your right leg straight out in front of you, aiming to achieve a knee extension that is as straight as comfortably possible, ideally becoming roughly parallel to the floor. Once your leg is extended, the next crucial step is to point your toes away from you, as if you were a ballet dancer. You should feel a distinct tightening in your calf muscle as you hold this position for about 2 seconds. Then, gently pull your toes back towards your shin, experiencing a stretch and release in your calf. Finally, slowly bend your knee and lower your foot back to the floor. Let me walk you through the physiological process occurring within your leg during this movement. When you extended your knee, your quadriceps muscle contracted, effectively squeezing the veins in your thigh and pushing blood upwards. When you then pointed your toes, your calf muscle contracted powerfully, squeezing the deep veins located in your lower leg. As you flexed your foot back towards your shin, your calf muscle relaxed, allowing the veins to refill. In essence, you have just executed a complete circulation flush from your ankle all the way up to your hip in one smooth, integrated motion. Let's practice a few repetitions together. Extend your right leg forward, straighten, point your toes, flex them back, and slowly lower. Now, repeat with your left leg. Extend, point, hold briefly, flex, and lower. Aim to complete 10 repetitions on each leg. You might be wondering about the specific importance of the toe pointing action. Your calf muscles are intricately wrapped around the deepest and most critical veins in your lower leg. A single strong contraction of these calf muscles possesses the remarkable ability to propel blood upwards at an impressive speed. This is the fundamental reason why your calf is often referred to as the second heart. This is not merely a descriptive metaphor. It is a genuine mechanical pump essential for your circulation. If fully straightening your knee causes discomfort, here is a modification you can employ. Extend your leg only as far as you comfortably can. Even if your knee remains slightly bent, the toe pointing action remains the most critical component of this exercise. You can even opt to skip the knee extension entirely and simply perform the toe points with your feet resting flat on the floor. Point your toes away, pull them back, point, pull. This will still provide you with that powerful calf pump action. My friends, before we proceed to our most impactful exercise, I kindly ask you to take a moment to press the like button on this video. Your engagement helps this valuable content reach more people who could benefit from it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We are dedicated to providing new practical health guides every single week. Thank you for your support. Now let us turn our attention to exercise number 1. Exercise number 1 is what I call the seated calf pump, or more descriptively, the second heart activator. This exercise differs slightly from the others in its approach. It's not primarily about the number of repetitions, but rather about sustained rhythmic pumping. It offers the closest simulation to walking that you can achieve while remaining seated. Sit tall with your feet flat on the floor, spaced hip width apart. Crucially, keep the balls of your feet and your toes firmly planted on the ground. Now, lift both of your heels off the floor as high as you possibly can, rising onto the balls of your feet. As you reach the peak of this lift, consciously squeeze your calf muscles with significant force. Then, slowly lower your heels back down to the floor. This completes one full pump. Let's perform a few repetitions together. Heels up, squeeze firmly at the top, and then lower down. Up, squeeze, down. Continue this motion. If you close your eyes, you can almost visualize and feel the blood being actively pushed upwards with every squeeze of your calf muscles. Imagine your calves acting like a wet towel being wrung out. Each contraction forces the accumulated fluid upwards and out. After approximately 30 seconds of consistent pumping, you might start to feel a burning sensation in your calves. This is a sign of lactic acid buildup, indicating that your muscles are working hard enough to make a genuine difference in your circulation. If the burning becomes too intense, feel free to pause for about 10 seconds before resuming the exercise. For those who find the basic version of this exercise becomes quite easy, I have 2 progressions to enhance its effectiveness. Firstly, try performing the calf pumps with one leg at a time. Keep your left foot flat on the floor and raise only your right heel. This effectively doubles the workload on your right calf muscle. Aim for 20 pumps on that side before switching and repeating the process with your left leg. Performing these single leg pumps will significantly amplify the strengthening effect on your calf, but only attempt them once the 2-leg version feels comfortably manageable. Secondly, place a thick book, such as a hardcover novel or even a sturdy phone book, underneath the balls of your feet. This elevation will cause your heels to start below the level of your toes, allowing you to move through a greater range of motion with each pump. A larger range of motion translates to a deeper muscle contraction and consequently a more powerful blood-pumping action. The primary reason I've designated this exercise as number 1 is its inherent simplicity and versatility. You can perform it virtually anywhere, at any time, for as long as you desire. Whether you're watching the news, engaged in a phone conversation, or even sitting at the dinner table, this exercise requires nothing more than your own 2 feet. And with every single pump, you are sending a powerful surge of blood racing back towards your heart. I strongly advise performing this exercise at least twice a day, ideally in the morning and again in the evening. If you find yourself sitting for extended periods, consider incorporating a 2-minute session every hour. Over the course of the next week, you should begin to notice a tangible difference. Your legs will feel lighter, the swelling around your ankles will diminish, and those bothersome nighttime cramps will start to fade. Remember, cramps often occur because your muscles are not receiving adequate oxygen. Improved circulation directly addresses this by delivering more oxygen, thus reducing the frequency and intensity of these painful spasms. Let's consolidate this into your complete daily plan for optimal leg circulation. Begin with exercise number 3, the seated march for 60 seconds. Follow this with exercise number 2, the leg extension with toe point, performing 10 repetitions on each leg. Conclude with exercise number 1, the seated calf pump for a duration of 2 minutes. The total time commitment for this core routine is a remarkably efficient 5 to 6 minutes. Aim to perform this sequence at least once daily, with a particular recommendation for the afternoon or evening, as this is when fluid tends to accumulate most in the legs due to gravity. The seated calf pump, due to its simplicity and effectiveness, can be repeated on its own as often as you like throughout the day, whenever you have a spare moment. A crucial point of advice: avoid performing these exercises within 1 hour of your bedtime. Doing so could potentially lead to an increased need to use the bathroom during the night, as the increased fluid circulation from your legs is processed by your kidneys. Now, let's move on to the 3 bonus boosters I promised to help further enhance your circulation. Bonus number 1 focuses on a hydration timing trick. When you become dehydrated, your blood naturally thickens. Thicker blood moves more slowly, particularly through the narrower veins. A common mistake many people make is their hydration timing. They tend to drink very little water in the morning and then attempt to compensate by consuming large glasses of water after dinner. This approach can flood your system right before you go to bed, contributing to ankle swelling and necessitating nighttime bathroom trips, all while leaving your blood thicker than ideal during the daytime when you need optimal circulation the most. The solution is what's known as front-loading your water intake. This involves drinking the majority of your daily water in the first half of the day. Start with a full glass of water even before breakfast and maintain a steady intake throughout the morning. By 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, most of your daily water consumption should have already been absorbed into your system. Subsequently, you can gradually taper off your intake in the evening. This strategy ensures your blood flows smoothly during your active hours and significantly reduces the burden of excess fluid at night. Bonus number 2 highlights one food that is beneficial and one common habit that is detrimental to your leg circulation. The beneficial food is beetroot. Beetroot is exceptionally rich in dietary nitrates, which your body efficiently converts into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide plays a vital role in relaxing and widening your blood vessels. As your blood vessels become wider, blood flow becomes significantly easier. You don't need to consume beets every single day. Incorporating 2 to 3 servings per week can make a substantial difference. You can enjoy them roasted, added to salads, or even drink beetroot juice, perhaps mixed with a little apple juice if you find the earthy taste too intense. Now for the habit that hurts, and this often surprises people, crossing your legs while sitting. When you habitually cross one leg over the other, you are inadvertently compressing the veins located behind both of your knees. You are effectively pinching off the main highway through which blood travels upwards from your legs. Compounding this issue, most individuals tend to adopt this leg crossing habit in the evening, precisely at a time when their circulation is already naturally at its weakest point. Finally, bonus number 3 introduces the 20-20 rule. Remember the research indicating a significant drop in blood flow after just 30 minutes of sitting still? This rule offers the simplest and most effective fix. Every 20 minutes, dedicate just 20 seconds to moving your legs. This could involve performing 10 calf pumps, a quick seated march, or even just actively pressing your feet into the floor. This brief 20-second movement is sufficient to reset your circulation clock. The practical way to implement this is by setting a timer on your phone. If you spend 10 hours sitting each day, this translates to 30 opportunities to send a fresh, invigorating wave of blood coursing through your veins. Over the course of a week, that equates to more than 200 circulation resets that would otherwise have been missed. My friends, let us return to where we began this session. You noted down a number at the outset of this video. Please understand that this number is not a definitive verdict on your health. Rather, it serves as your starting line. Here is my challenge to you. Complete these 3 core exercises once today. Incorporate the 3 bonus habits into your daily routine. Then, commit to repeating this entire process every single day for the next 2 weeks. After those 2 weeks have passed, I urge you to return to the beginning of this video and take the self-assessment test once more. Honestly, answer the same 5 questions. I am confident, to the point of being willing to wager that your score will be higher. Perhaps you will notice your feet feel consistently warmer. Maybe the swelling around your ankles will have noticeably decreased. It is very likely that those troublesome nighttime cramps will have significantly faded. Every single point you gain back is tangible proof that your body is responding positively to these interventions. When you retake the test, please come back to the comments section and share your before and after results. You could write something like, I started at a score of 2. After 2 weeks of consistent practice, I am now at a score of 4. I personally read every comment, and your progress could be the very thing that inspires someone else to embark on their own journey to better circulation. If this video has been helpful to you, please consider hitting the like button. Share it with anyone you know who complains about heavy or tired legs. They might not realize how simple a solution can be. And if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, I encourage you to join our growing community. We are committed to bringing you new, practical health guides every week. Please take good care of your legs. They have diligently carried you through your entire life. Now, it is your turn to support and care for them. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.